Let's see. Today we are studying about the radiography unit 5. This is going to study content in radiography unit. Today we are see about principles and interaction of X-ray with matter. Let's go to the video. Now going to see the principles of radiography testing. The radiography testing or RT or X-ray or gamma ray is one of the non-destructive testing method that is used to find the volume of the specimen. And then the radiography to produce the radiograph of the specimens shows any change in thickness, defects in the material. It will be happened in internal or external. Okay. Now the principles of radiography is the part is placed between the radiation source and the piece of the film. Okay, the part will stop some of the radiations. The thicker and more dense area will stop more of the radiations. Okay, the film darkness, that means density, will vary with amount of radiation reaching in the film through the tested object. Okay, the lightness indicates the less exposure. The darkness indicates more exposure. Okay. Now going to see interaction of X-ray with matters. The X-ray in the diagnostic range interact with matter primarily via two major processes, which are fundamental in understanding how an image is formed in the radiographic exam. The processes are known as photoelectric effect. Now going to the introduction of when X-ray photons passes through the matter, the X-ray photons passes through the matter happened in three scenarios as are possible. The first one is a photon can be deflected from its path and scattered. Then second thing, a photon can pass straight through and to be transmitted. And third thing is the photon can also all its energy to an atom and to be absorbed. The reduction in number of photons or radiation passes through the matter is called attenuation. That means attenuation, that means something to be reduced. Now going to the interaction of X-ray with matters. The atoms are bounded into the molecules by electrons in outermost shells, and then the X-ray photons may be interact either with orbital electrons or with a nucleus of atoms. The diagnostic energy range, the interactions are always with orbital electrons. Now going to see the absorbed radiation. What is meant by absorbed radiation means when the photons are absorbed, they are completely removed from X-rays beam. Okay, and exits. The scattered radiation means when the photons are scattered, they are deflected into random course and no longer carry useful information. Okay. When they scatter, they cannot portray and image only think they produce on film is blackness, which produce the film is blackness. The scatter radiation adds noise to the system, and then the noise is referred as a film fog. After that, about 1% of radiation that strike a patient body emerge from the body to produce the final image. Remaining 99% of X-rays are scattered or absorbed. Okay, so it would be more make more defect on the human bodies. The five basic way that an X-ray photons can be interact with the matters. Okay, first thing is the coherent scattering, and then second photoelectric effect. Third one is the Compton scattering, pair production. Fifth one is photo disintegration. The two form of X-rays interaction important diagnostic study. First one is the photoelectric effect. Okay, that means the emission of electrons when electromagnetic radiation such as lights hits the material is simply called as the photoelectric effect. Later we discuss about discuss about the photoelectric effect. Okay, and then Compton radiation. Its result in decreasing in energy and increasing in wavelength. Okay, now going to see about the coherent scattering. In terms is used when the radiation undergoes a change in direction without a change in wavelength. Change in direction but without change in wavelength. It is also called as unmodified scattering or classical scattering. Further, it is classified by two different types. First one is Thomson scattering, and then second one is Rayleigh scattering. Both types of coherent scatterings are described in terms of wave and particles. The Thomson scattering is single electron involved in the interaction. Rayleigh scattering results from cooperative interaction with all electrons of the atom. Rayleigh steps, some steps to be followed in Rayleigh scattering. First thing is the low energy radiation encountered electrons, and then it will be passes. The electrons are set into vibrations. After that, the vibration electrons emitted the radiations. After the atom returns to its undisturbed state. Okay, the atoms return to the undisturbed state. The photoelectric, now going to see about the photoelectric effect. Photon means quantum of light. In 1905, the Einstein proposed the electromagnetic radiation or light is made up of photons. It will be found in 1905 by Einstein. The light energy is not emitted continuously, but it is emitted by individual amount of energy called as quantum of energy. Now, energy of photon. See about energy of photons. According to the Einstein, each photons of light waves of frequency as the energy E is given by E equal to hv. Here E denotes energy of photons in joule, h Planck constant in joule second, V means frequency of photon in hertz. Okay, this is the diagram of the photoelectric effect. Now, definition of photoelectric. The phenomena of emission of electrons by the metals when they are exposed to light of suitable frequency is called photoelectric effect, and emitted electron is called photoelectrons. Now going to see the working of the photoelectric effect. When the beam of light fall on the photosensitive metal plate C, which is called emitter. That means light is called emitter. This is the diagram of the photoelectric effect. The plate C emits the photoelectrons due to the photoelectric effect. And left side we see the C emit the photoelectrons due to the photoelectric effect. Okay, and then the photoelectrons emitted by the plate C will be attracted towards the positive plate A. Okay, the electrons is attracted by the plate A. Such a current is now at the time the current is passed. Such the current is known as the photoelectric current, and which is measured by micrometer. Okay, other next topic will be seen in next session. Okay, thank you.